Playing really good basketball right now on both ends of the floor. 17 points. He's standing by live at Chase Center with Fitz and Buki.
Andrew Wiggins, Toronto-born and the highest-scoring Canadian-born player in the history of the NBA. We'll get that little Canada spot out of the way for you. How about 17 points tonight? An ugly fourth quarter, but it ends with a smile. You guys played the D, and you have been phenomenal defensively all year.
Appreciate it, yeah. You know, we had a good first three quarters. You know, the fourth quarter was a little rough. We pulled it out. You know, it was an ugly win, but we got it done. You know, it's hard to win in this league, but you know, we got it done. D-Lee came up with some clutch free throws to steal the game for us. So it was a good one.
What was the mentality of everyone else watching Steph struggle a little bit? You stepped up, made some big shots here and there. But what's the team mentality when you see your guys struggling like that?
They're throwing like 3 defenders at him.
Yeah.
You know, every game's, you know, rough for him, but he's great. You know, that's what he does. You know, he knows how to do all this stuff. So we're just with him, you know, every step of the way. And when he's down or he's not making shots, other guys have to step up. You know, that's just how it goes. You know, I feel like this was a great team win.
Andrew, you had 4 blocks a year ago in a Warrior uniform and another 4 blocks tonight. Those are both career best for block shots. Who is working with you on your defense? Because you have been a revelation since you've been a Warrior on that end of the court.
Man, I'm just trying to, you know, make a statement, you know, just trying to change that narrative. You know, come out here, work hard, and do what I got to do to win. You know, get after it defensively.
Your aggressive mentality has been on display here, but I've been impressed with your offensive IQ, knowing when to attack and transition, the floor is spread, and usually you feel like you have an advantage against anybody. So what's your mentality been offensively, especially at times like when Steph's out of the game?
Yeah, just stay aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, stay aggressive. That's a mindset I got to have. Stay aggressive, keep putting pressure on the defense, attack, you know, and when my teammates are open, look for them. You know, be out there and be a playmaker.
You know, the Clipper win, you hit such a critical 3 near the end, and we saw the biggest Andrew Wiggins smile. You're so stoic on the court. It's nice to see that big smile and see that emotion from you. We have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm having fun. You know, this is great Warriors basketball. It's great culture over here, great vibe, so I'm just having fun and staying in the moment.
Are you guys beginning to build confidence that you can just win any type of game? Obviously, you were down big against the Clippers, came back, and no matter what's going on, you guys feel like if we fight for 48, that's what Coach Kerr was saying after the Clippers game, you guys can have a chance to win. Is that what the confidence is right now?
For sure. You know, every night we can beat anybody. We're good enough. We got the depth. We got the players for it. You know, our mindset, defensively, offensively, you know, we can beat anybody.
Well, Andrew, we know you've been gutting your way through an injury, banged up these last couple games, and you're still able to hang in there for 34 minutes tonight. Had the big defensive stop. We appreciate you stopping by.
For sure. Thanks.
Thanks, brother.
That is Andrew Wiggins, and Glenn Azubuike said it, a two-way player. The defensive end of his play is as exciting as the offensive end as the Warriors get the win.
Andrew Wiggins leading that second unit as they double up another team. Friday night, it was 42-20 bench points against the LA Clippers. Tonight, the bench. And Wiggins with that second unit as well. 46-23, they outscored the Raptors.
Those clips.
Right.
He's knocking down threes. He's getting dunks. He's playing in transition. Most importantly, Steve Kerr referenced the confidence he has that you can put him on a player like Pascal Siakam with the game on the line and just play one-on-one.
Right.
And he got the job done. So he's doing it on both ends of the floor. He's playing great basketball.
Guarded Kawhi well over that 2-game series against the Clippers. Tonight against Pascal Siakam. Great defensive play there at the end of the game. And then the rest of the bench here. I mean, Bazemore's energy.
Yes.
Damian
got inserted into the starting lineup. Steve Kerr was able to solidify his bench. And now he's got a true identity and a formula on how to win games.
Right.
And a big part of it is their bench. And early on, you know, we were talking about Damian Lee, Michael Mulder, and who's that third? And Bazemore.
Yeah, Bazemore.
Okay, so they make threes, but they also fight, and they got great effort on defensive end. They team rebound, so it justifies having the offense out there.
Scrappy unit, and they get the job done tonight again. The bench outscoring the Raptors bench 46-23. Big-time win for the Golden State Warriors, and we'll hear from Steve Kerr coming up here on Outstanding Van and Fleet, the $85 million man who wanted to cash out this past offseason. Decent game from him, 9 for 20, 3 for 10 from the three-point line, of course. He outplayed Steph. offensively, Steph did what he had to do to get others involved here. But Fred VanVleet, solid game. He's turned into a really solid pro, Darrell.
Yeah, he's a great player. He gets to the basket at will. He's very crafty, and he makes tough shots. And that's what we've seen today. He made a few tough shots. He got to the basket, and we like to call, Kalo and Fred like bowling balls when they go in there. They falling all over the place, but he does a great job of getting to the basket, creating contact. But I think the Warriors tonight did a great job without fouling him.
Yeah, he's an old school type of player. He reminds me of Joe Dumars a little bit. Very physical, tough on the defensive end, and he's relentless.
Yeah. Right.
He goes in the paint, takes punishment, gets to the free throw line, and he played through. He got off to a tough start, but he played through, had a good game. And with Steph, look, this is the typical game with all the attention that the defense that he garners. He just creates opportunities by being on the floor, and they did just enough to get the win.
Well, Steph struggles tonight. I mean, look, the Clippers did whatever they had to do that Wednesday night game to hold Steph.
He understands. It's going to be nights like this.
Yeah, and tonight, Steph got out of rhythm because of those scheme defenses, right? The triangle, 2 box and 1 type of looks. So even when he got open looks, he wasn't in rhythm. But the Warriors have seen this a lot now, and they're getting a little more comfortable playing against it. Yeah. And in turn, Toronto plays a lot of it. So it was one of those, what we said at halftime, what's going to give? And nothing really did give, except they came up with those free throws at the end of the game.
Curry did hit a big 3 there late in the fourth quarter to finally get one on the board here. Let's talk about the Raptors team total. Before the game, both of you guys said they would be around 100 to 105. Tonight, they score 105. And they lost. So you guys were right on the money for that. If you guys bet that 105 or less, somebody out there put $100 on that, they won $600. If you gambled that there, you see $10 win 60. But the Warriors, what did they do defensively, Mully, here to really fluster the Raptors? Because they really didn't have a great offensive game. They mucked the game up, got into the bonus in the fourth quarter, got to the free throw line. But overall, I thought the Warriors did a really good job against this Raptors offense.
Their effort on the defensive end has been consistent. And tonight, I think both teams struggled offensively. Yeah. But not only Damian Lee winning the game with the free throws, the Warriors shot 17 of 19 from the free throw line. The Toronto Raptors, 14 of 22. So they left 8 points at the free throw line. That ultimately is what the difference was.
Yeah, I think they did a great job with making it tough on those guys. Siakam, every time he did a spin move, they were coming to double. Kalo, he didn't get going into the second half. I think he was 0-4 in the first half. And then Fred, they didn't let him get to the free throw line like he likes to do. So making it hard on those guys, that's what they did. And they held their hat on the defensive end tonight.
And I thought Draymond had a really productive night.
Yes,
almost I don't know if he got a triple-double near.
Double-double, one rebound short of a triple-double.
He had 10 points, made enough threes to keep them honest, right? Was generating offense, as the point forward. So he had a good night. Wiseman had a really good first half,
yes,
right? Didn't play as much in the second half. But everyone, again, about 11, 12 guys contributed to this win. It was ultimately a team win.
Also, the block shots are protecting the rim well. 10 block shots for the Golden State Warriors tonight. Let's hear from head coach Steve Kerr on tonight's ugly, but it's a win. A win's a win, right? Let's hear from Steve Kerr.
Hi, Steve. Kareth Burke, NBC Sports Bay Area. What does it say about your team's ability to work together and learn that on the night of Steph Curry's worst shooting performance in his career, this game was still a win?
I think what it says, Kerr, is we've become a good defensive team. Toronto is one of the toughest teams in the league to guard. They scored 144 2 nights ago in Sacramento. And we held them to 105 points. So I'm really proud of the group. They've, over the last 10 days or so, they've established that they're going to be an excellent defensive team, and we can still get better. And I liked tonight. I mean, the result couldn't have been any better in terms of winning, but learning a lot of valuable lessons. They really took it to us in the fourth. We didn't handle their pressure very well. We didn't execute very well. And those are all things that now we have on tape to see, where we can make some improvements. And yet we were still able to come away with a win. So it was a scary one, but we feel good about walking out of here with a win against a championship caliber team. I mean, we know these guys, and they've been there before. They're tough. Don't pay attention to their record. That's going to be a good team in the East.
How specifically is Andrew Wiggins contributing to you guys being a good defensive team?
Just using his length and his athleticism and his anticipation. And, as I've told you guys many times, we now have someone we can put on the opposing team's best player. Whether it's Pascal Siakam or LeBron or Kawhi or Paul George, the ability to put Andrew on those types of players, to use his size and athleticism, it's really the key to our current roster construction. We didn't have that ability last year. Now we've got the ability to guard on the perimeter and guard those wings, so we can be good defensively. We can be a good team.
Did you put
to get two 20?
Wes, go ahead.
Yeah, did you end up putting Wiggins on Kyle Lowry at one point in the fourth quarter, or did he just sort of end up on Kyle based on just rotation?
No, we put him on him a couple times during the game. We tried to move the matchups around a little bit, but that's the beauty of Andrew, and also Kelly. Kelly spent most of the night on Lowry and Van Vliet guarding the smaller guys. But the addition of Wiggs and Kelly has changed everything for us defensively. It's allowed us to compete every night at that end, and if you can't do that, you can't win in this league.
Steve, obviously an abnormal shooting night for Steph tonight. But when you look at how he looks, the scratches on his arms, the blood on his jersey, right? A lot of teams are applying a lot of physical force on him. How much has that had to do, or how much did that have to do with his, shooting woes tonight, you think?
Well, I thought Toronto did a fantastic job on Steph, and they played a great defensive game themselves. I thought we handled that pressure very well for 3 quarters. And even you look at the stat sheet, we ended up with 30 assists and 15 turnovers. That's a really good ratio. And for most of the game, we were able to take advantage of that pressure on Steph, that attention they were paying to him. But the fourth quarter, they really turned it up and took us out of rhythm, and we weren't able to get much. But I give a lot of credit to Kyle Lowry and Van Vliet and Siakam. I mean, this is a championship bunch. So what happened in the fourth didn't surprise me. Lowry changed the game with his ability to get to the line, which he's been doing for years. And their defense really kicked in. So they played a hell of a fourth, and they obviously were an in and out shot away from winning the game.
Hi, Steve. Carlos Ramirez, NBC Bay Area and Telemundo. What do you think was the biggest issue you guys face against their full court press?
Well, mainly them, mainly Toronto. They've done this. I've seen them come back so many times with their pressure. They're extremely athletic, and they're very strong. Lowry and Van Vliet don't have a lot of height, but they have tremendous strength. And when you throw Anunoby and Siakam out there as well, Chris Boucher was fantastic tonight. I think he had 6 blocks. That's as athletic and tough and physical a team as you're going to see down the stretch of a game. So it was more about them and their pressure. But with that said, we've got to watch the tape and improve our execution next time we're in that spot.
Big win for the Golden State Warriors tonight. Draymond Green as well. And look, they did this despite Steph Curry shooting 2 for 16. We'll get into that a little later. That is tied for the worst by a Warriors player who took 15 field goal attempts in a game over the last 20 years. Klay Thompson, David Lee, and Baron Davis have all had 2 for 16 field goal performances for the Warriors over that span. But this was about Draymond Green, who messed around and almost got a triple-double, 10 points, 10 assists, 9.
Typical Draymond Green triple-double type game tonight.
No doubt.
And they needed it.
Right,
yes,
as you guys mentioned, too. He hit the 2 threes there, and that's really what you want to see from Draymond tonight, right? Just take them, and it had good rotation on a couple of those made threes there.
That one on the clip there, I would just show him that perfect backspin, perfect balance. I think Draymond can be a 38% three-point shooter. I really do.
For sure.
Just got to get some more reps and let him fly.
You got to let it fly and take what the defense gives you. If they're going to give you that shot, might as well shoot it up there. If it doesn't go in, you got great offensive rebounders on your team. So live with that open shot for sure.
But he's so important each and every night, but a game like tonight where they're taking everything away and you're playing random, when the ball's in his hands, it gets organized, and it's not a random play. He's going to make the right play.
Like when he took Kyle Lowry on the block there and got an easy bucket. So, Draymond, I got no money anyway. Thank you for not swearing too much tonight, man. The swear jar will be a little empty tonight. But let's talk about James Wiseman, a 19-year-old. We'll discuss his game today. Look, this guy's playing well. We'll talk about why he's